Aloha, High Vibe Tribe. It is Pink Bella. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome all Starseeds, Lightworkers, Empaths, 144,000. However you found me, I'm super grateful to be here. Divine Goddesses, Grid Keepers. We're all one very high vibe team, and we're all working towards our individual healing, integrating shadow work, and then soul missions. Another level is like being out there more on soul mission, working on the new grid system, maybe helping souls awaken, maybe helping just lighting up your community and your family wherever you are on the planet. So welcome back, everybody. I'm so grateful again, like I shared, to be here. I'm recording this just post 1111 Gateway, and bringing in a transmission today for us about the 1111 activations. I'm also going to talk a little bit about soul missions, and I was guided to do a little mini grid update. There'll be a longer grid update towards the end of the week. I think it'll be released on Thursday. That grid update will be an overview of some of the amazing insights. Thank you, all the divine goddesses that came, and we did grid assignment number 2 last Thursday for the section of the grid in the Ring of Fire around Hawaii and the Hawaiian Islands. And although I won't be disclosing the personal details that came in, I will be given an overview to share with all of you as well around that grid. And then part 3 of the grid upgrade for the divine goddesses is going to be the Mount Shasta portion. Super excited about that. So for those of you who don't know, Mount Shasta is in California. Okay, so what else am I going to talk about? A little mini grid update. I'm going to be going over some global. I want to do a little bit of a deep dive into some global events that are connected, and I'm going to pull some cards and everything as well. Yeah, I think that's enough for this update. I am recording this right around the new moon in Scorpio as well. So new moons are about, closing doors and new beginnings. And I would say this 1111 portal, this whole year, all the gateways have been so powerful. So I've already set it up, but I'm just going to ask Prime Source Creator and the Divine Mother, my highest self and teams of light, to come in and wrap light around us, including Archangel Michael and the legions of light, to place a bubble of protection around everyone, that you can hear me. This is recording, and that you're receiving whatever light code activations you need from this transmission today. Everything I share, whether it's written or verbal, I'm at a frequency now where I'm sharing light encodement, not just from my heart, but from the heart of Prime Source Creator and the Divine Mother. Okay, so you're receiving, healing and balance and wellness and feeling comforted and supported. All right. And just such a powerful gateway. So they're going to channel through me today. And if there's anything specific, I will be diving into the collective Akashic records to find out if there's any other information that we need post 1111. And we've got 2 more weeks left in November. Lots of activity in the US. We have your Thanksgivings coming up. We're already preparing for that 12/12 gateway in December, as well as the solstice and then the Christmas energy as well. So it's all very powerful, and it can be magical or not magical depending on where you are and what timeline you're on. All right. So who am I? My name is Pink Bella from Pink Bella Aloha Therapy. I'm a quantum multidimensional Akashic reader and healer. I work with the chakra system, meridians, aligning your energy. Some of your chakras are turning into stargates, working as a pillar of light, bringing in information on other lifetimes and realities where there could be portals and cords and openings to allow this other energy to keep you in a loop. Could be ancestral, could be personal. So fascinating, all the work that we're doing, and I'm so grateful to be here to be able to bring information in for you all. So I started on my journey like online in 2016. Before that, I was training, also known as remembering, when we study and we're remembering gifts from other timelines and lifetimes. So a lot of my information got downloaded, both from Atlantis, Lemuria, from my visit to the Sphinx and the pyramids in Egypt, from the Galactics, working with the Galactic Akashic Records as well. So much has come in around that. And of course, I used to go, when I was still asleep, I used to go to healers. I used to go for Reiki. I used to go for chakra balances. Used to go for, and I still go for meridian adjustments as well, because when we're still in that process of learning, we're receiving, and it's elevating us and helping us to remember. Okay. So post 11/11, I'm going to see what the cards, which are connected to the Akashic records. I've already asked the cards to reflect what messages we need. We're still, it's like we're going down this long hallway. We're integrating from the eclipse season. We're closing doors. We're in the middle of going through the next doorway, which is what a portal on the gateway is. And we also have a new moon, like I shared. So the new moon is to really just say, like, today is a fantastic day. The new moon energy is all around new beginnings. Okay. What I received personally, I'm still processing the 11/11 gateway activations. Closed a lot of doorways. Information was brought into my reality around journeys that I've shared with you along the way, and just little bits and pieces were still there. So I cleaned up that. Sometimes that is represented by cleaning up at home, decluttering, reorganizing, donating. And I also did that electronically. Some videos I removed off of my channel as well, because it was time. It was time. I just wasn't resonating with some of the older material. There's quite a bit there. So freed up some energy around there. And I'm also, after we did the GRIDWORK assignment on Thursday, I was just given this, like, really, what do you want now moving forward? So it's super exciting time for me as well. Okay. What came in for me to share with you all today is we're receiving massive amounts of rainbow light code activations. The rainbow is the full spectrum of the color ray frequency. So depending on what you need right now, that's what if you're in receiving mode, that's what you'll be receiving. That's also going to be making us feel a little dreamy, a little, not grounded. So just pay attention to that, but massive amount of beautiful rainbow codes coming in for all of us at this time. Okay. Super high frequency, like off the scales frequency. Okay. They also wanted me to talk a little bit about the soul missions and a mini grid update. So why don't I just pull some cards first and just see if there's any sort of themes for all of us for this week. Post 11/11 gateway, the last couple of weeks of November. I believe we're almost at the end of November. Okay, so let's see what wants to come in. Oh, beautiful. I love it. This is why I still sort of like to pull some cards, because there's always some beautiful show and tell messages for all of us. Okay, wonderful. Okay, bottom of the deck, Soul Star activation. Soul Star is the chakra that's above our physical chakra system. So it's a stargate above our chakra system, connecting us when we're ready, connects us to all this information. That's why I work with the AKASHIC records. The AKASHIC records are deeply connected to our soul star. And the soul star activation is fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. And that's what I mean. We're all at a different level. And some of us just got accelerated into a very fast-paced level to share with all of you. Like, so where I am, there are people ahead of me, souls behind me, and I'm just here to help facilitate and assist as many of you as I can. So soul star activation, for many of you, you received a lot of information through the 11/11 gateway, and you're also integrating that right now. Okay, so some of that will be new gifts. Ooh, and what I'm feeling right now, this high heart energy, some of you are processing, and it's going to bring up energy to clear in your high heart. Okay, high heart is where the lungs and the thymus are. So let's see, star being healing codes. I love that. It's sorry, I have it's a very bright day, and I have my, if you can see that, that's the earth. And that's actually, let me just see if I can go there. See there? There's the earth on the wall. When I moved in here, that was there. I see her every morning. So it says star being healing codes, and important information is being, you're integrating and you're receiving important information. Wounds are healing and you're recharging. Some of you might be still super tired. You might be still sort of feeling not grounded right now, and that's quite normal. And that's part of the integration process. Sirius star blessings. So our Sirius star family, for all the Blu-rays, for all the Starseeds, The Sirius Star system is, the codes are actually coming through the Sirius Star system because our sun is connected to their sun, and it moves on back to the galactic center and prime source creator. So the Sirius Star blessings for all of us, we're receiving that. So right now it's just saying, yes, proceed, be seen, and push through. So for many of you, you're leveling up to feeling okay about being out there more, being seen more, doing your grid work in non-grid work locations, shining your light and anchoring your light in regular locations. And that's so needed. All right. Third message, heart of source. This whole process is to help us, even the shadow work is to help us dissolve old programming, old traumas, old wounds, to help us level up, to be connected to the heart of source, galactic center, same. Okay. All encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. And maybe some of you felt that through this gateway. Maybe you just felt completely loved and supported. Maybe it's the divine mother. Maybe it's your angels. Maybe it's your higher self that you're connecting with. And that's also beautiful. Okay. Let me see what else wants to come in. Just pull a few more messages for us. So for some of you, you're still supposed to rest. It says take a break. So for some of you, maybe you're going 150 miles an hour. Maybe you're being forced to take a rest right now. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. For us to be fully in the new earth frequencies, we're to process everything and stay in the now moment. So not always easy if we're out in the world working at the fast-paced and three-dimensional reality. However, you'll get better at figuring out what you need to do in this now moment and what you can defer to the next day. Okay, so for some of you, you may be needing to rest and sleep right now, and please do that to help integrate. Okay, next message is inner temple. I love it. That's the same. Resting, going within, meditating, being quiet, turning into the portal of your heart. Your heart knows the way. Okay, and then one more message for everybody. And that's also very much like the divine goddesses. I actually did a divine goddess activation via another star sister. And I received downloading codes from Egypt, which was amazing because that's where it started for me. It was like full circle, and it was so powerful. It's like it tidied everything up from when I was there, which was a long time ago now, but it's like I wasn't who I am now. And it's like it brought in a whole bunch of details that I was able to clear out and just align with this beautiful energy. Plus, what I love is there's so many divine goddesses that have since been to Egypt, anchoring in the goddess codes and like, you know, passing the baton. I was one of the first baton goddesses there in the 90s, and I had no idea until afterwards. Okay. Final message, birthing a new age. And that's what we came in to do. We came in to anchor in the new divine codes and raise the frequency of the grids and everything and everyone around us. It's like a ripple effect, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being together. And I know there's some, and everyone's at a different level. So even all the way showers are all showing their bits and pieces that they need to. We go into it's like a game. So we go into that level, we clear, we accept, we integrate, and we move up. Okay. So for some, pointing at like the word new age, right? So some are like pointing the finger at that new age. Oh, okay. It wasn't all wrong, and it's not all wrong. It was necessary to awaken many, many souls. But if we get stuck in any of the levels, if we get stuck in a box, we have to like integrate, receive, and then move on. So knowing that, as an example, knowing that I started off working only with the archangels, I had to expand out of that into other things. The teachers that I worked with at that time, I moved past them into something else. And that's what we do. So everything is a key code and a piece of information for the right individual at this time. And the best piece of information I have to share with you all is that we're not 2-point fingers or go into our next level and then point back at the other level and say, oh, everyone's stuck down there. Everyone is exactly where they need to be, and everyone's leveled up and moved into another level of expanded consciousness through this gateway. And that's what this was all about. Okay. The bottom of the deck is awakening, mass awakening through the 1111. I kept writing the 1111 awakening codes. They are. They're everywhere. We'll start seeing them everywhere. They're constantly like, you're receiving, you're supported. Okay. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being. Integration, right? Can't make this up. Integration. Sorry for the glare. Okay. A card did fall. So I'll have to, it was one of the tarot cards. So let me just see what's next on my list. I'm going to just do a mini grid update, but I want to just talk a little bit about some of the new offers on my website. So there, if you would like, you're interested in being a grid keeper, you want to learn more, there's a couple of ways that you can work with me. One of them is I have a grid keeper tool quantum healing bundle. That's 3 60-minute sessions with me where I will align you to where your grid point is, bring in tools for you. Everyone will probably receive different tools, of course, depending on where you are and what level, where you're going to be, taking this. There's that. There's also mentorships. There's a mentorship, a couple of different mentorship options, and the next mentorship space availability. There's one space for December and one for January as well. So there may end up being 2 for January, but you just check that out on my website. You can check it out. I will be offering GridKeeper 101 like group calls to bring in more information as well. And right now the dates are up in the air for November. I had kind of a tentative date, but it's been changed as of this morning. So that's also on my website. It's on an intro offer. The call will probably be 2 hours. It'll be a group of us getting together. I'll be bringing in, an overview of grid keeping tools. We'll have a Q&A. We'll also have a group quantum healing to align you so you can get a little bit of a taste of a session with me as well. Okay. So there's that. And what do they want me to share for the grid, the overview of the grid? Okay, so there'll be a bigger grid update in a couple of days around the work that we just completed for the Pacific Ocean and the Ring of Fire. But what they wanted me to share with you is that the grid system, the ley lines, the vortexes are not only connected all around the world, they're connected to other dimensional timelines, realities, universes, and galaxies. So as below, so above, as above, so below, as we're healing and doing our work here and staying focused and assisting, we're assisting the galactic teams to help us. We're assisting, we're doing grid work at certain parts of the planet that's facilitating and assisting other parts of the planet. And that many of the stargates that we currently know about have been compromised. And that's partly why myself and a few of us have been called to start anchoring in the new divine codes and the overlays, which, so we think about it, let's use an analogy. Let's say you have something, let's say you have a piece of clothing that got a tear in it, and you try to sew it, and maybe that doesn't work. That's just like a temporary. So basically what we're doing is we're bringing in we're saying, here's a whole new coat to put on. So, and every bit of grid work that everyone is doing is essential at this time because it's helping the different galactic teams at different levels. And it's all raising the frequency. Okay, so there's various different types. I'm working on what they call the Galactic Ley Line New Earth project. So I'm working on the overlays of anchoring in with you the new grid system. And this is to help the galactics sort of prepare to facilitate different levels of alignment for New Earth, is one way to put it. To help us at times that we need assistance. It's like what the structure that we have down here now has been tampered and compromised, and there are beautiful beings out there who are boots on the ground repairing certain areas. But it's like the more souls that we have working on the Galactic Ley Line project, the more we'll be able to elevate our highest timeline for everyone. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. What they wanted me to do, I'm going to have to bend over now. I have to grab a card. I wanted to see, it was the world card, the Source Universe. Okay, so that's the little mini grid update. And so far, for me, I've been personally doing grid work locally here on the west coast of Canada consciously since 2017. gridded Vancouver, the city, oftentimes also done a lot of work down the coast, Washington, Oregon, California, Alberta, where Banff is, across Canada, Niagara Falls, many places in the US, New York, and also Atlanta and down on the southern coast, Florida, and of course Europe, Archangel Michael ley line from Glastonbury down. I wrote a little bit about that through France and Italy and Spain and down to Egypt as well. So I've worked on some of the dragon ley lines as well. So yeah, so many of us have been doing this work, just being guided to do it before we even had the word grid work as well. Okay. What I wanted to do was just look at any messages the universe can give us from the global Akashic records for a connection between what happened in Lahaina, Maui in August, the 8/8 gateway, to what happened in Israel, October 7th, I believe, could have the date wrong, to what just recently happened in Acapulco. I believe that there's a connection. I'm going to do a deeper dive on Rumble, but I just wanted to pull some cards today and just see what are the messages that you can share with us all. I mean, I personally know what they're going to channel through because I've been pulling cards for myself, but what is the factor around those 3 points? Okay. Let me just pull some cards first and then I'll do some. Okay. Interesting. I'm just putting the cards right set up because I'm not going to do reversals today. Overall, it's to impact all of our root chakra. So keep us in survival mode, and especially for the souls in those areas. Okay. So all of it is showing us so many things, but it's to keep us in survival mode. They want to get who's they. For those of you who are new, I call them Team D. Those dabbling in the dark arts, those that control the grid system, those that we knew when we incarnated that we came to free ourselves in humanity from the matrix. Okay, so they want to keep us in the waiting room. They do not want us to send. They do not want to let go. So that's a 2. Isn't that interesting? 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Next one's 3. 1, 2, 3. Rejoicing and celebrating, not because of what happened, but even souls that are in those areas are keeping together. They're unifying, they're working together, and we're all to keep like sending prayers, light, love, crystal grids, because that's supporting them and it's keeping the vibration high. Okay. Even the work that we all did on Thursday on that specific grid piece freed that area, helped to heal that area, and that was a ripple effect to all the ley lines and vortexes around the planet. Okay. We got 8, emotional withdrawal. They're hoping, Team D, they're hoping that they can keep everyone in trauma, everyone in fear, that you'll just withdraw. And no, emotional withdrawal, like this person's by the ocean. Yeah, like go and connect with source, your heart, and ask for guidance about what you can do, right? Yeah, so I'm going to just pull some clarity cards. So this is the connection between all 3 of those points. And there could potentially be more, of course. And I'm going to get more into that in the deep dive that I do. That'll be coming soon. Okay. So the waiting game, we got the Ace of Swords. So we've all, like, through the 11/11 gateway, we've cleared up. We've cleared the waiting game. We're moving forward. Super positive. So it's all good. Lots of warriors out there, both boots on the ground and locations. And we've cleared whatever has been triggered internally. Rejoice and celebration. The clarity card is the 7 of Swords. So, okay. So this person is like moving forward, but looking backwards. So some of you are still clearing and healing. If any of those locations or anything happened, has been happening out in the world, and it's holding you back, it's making you angry, upset, that's fine. Feel it, release it, let it go. It's an old timeline. Okay. You're not to look back, you're to keep moving forward. So just clear it and keep going forward. Yeah. Okay, let's see for emotional withdrawal. We have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is intuitive. She keeps things to herself. That's what the withdrawal is about. The withdrawal is about going within and connecting with your higher self, your team, your guides, and knowing that you have the answers, and you keep your cards close to your chest. You're not to be, if we're running around pointing fingers at everybody, what that does is it keeps us in our root chakra, and it allows the ones that dabble in the dark arts to see us and play with us. Okay, what's the overall message with the root chakra, that which is survival? Got the 3 cups again. So to get out of survival mode, keep your vibe high, do something that will raise your frequency. Okay, beautiful. I love that. That is amazing messages for all of us. And I'm going to deep dive more into those locations. I'm going to do a deep dive on Rumble soon when I'm guided to as well. Okay. Okay, perfect. So that is that. I'm going to complete our reading for today and just ask, first off, I'm going to pull some soul mission cards, because soul missions are, so what they're giving me about soul missions is everyone's at a different level for soul missions. Some of you are looking for something like the grid work, because it's like, and anyone can do this anywhere that they're at. There's all different methods. Some of you are just knowing that you have a soul mission. Maybe it's just not activated. Maybe your Earth star is not in line yet. And for others of you, you're like, I'm ready to move into something new. Okay. So you've been in the waiting room for a long time. So I'm just going to ask the soul purposes cards and just see if there's anything specific that wants to come in. Okay. I love it. Some of you, it says author. Some of you you have a book in you, but you're to write things down. You're to journal. How about journaling with your higher self every day, or journaling with Prime Source Creator, the Divine Mother, or your angels? Why not journal and ask questions, and then see what you receive, and then write that down as well. Okay, so there's that. That's the first message to get some next steps. Travel came in, so some of you might be moving. You might be moving to another location. There might be a day trip or a trip that's going to come your way that's going to change your energy and your frequency. You might be also being guided and called to change grid points. Energy healing. So some of you, yes, are healers, but some of you are being guided to receive healing, to align your chakra system, because maybe you're scattered all over the place. Okay. And that's why I used to go to healers to get my chakras balanced. And then I learned how to do it for myself. And then, yeah, who knew that I just as easily can do it on a Zoom call, as I can distance healing as well. Okay. So it just says, many of you have natural abilities as a healer, but you also, some of it is to align and remember about that we're energy. We're not just this physical dense matter, right? Like Yoda said, we're not just this dense matter. We're light, we're energy, we're frequency. And that's often what the energy healing does, is it releases the layers of disbelief, the blocks over our third eye, to allow us to have trust and faith in more than meets the eye. Okay. I don't know if you all can see, but as soon as I logged on and created this video today, all this energy was on the call. So it looks like it settled down a little bit, but it was like so many light codes were coming in. It was just wow. Bottom of the deck is animals. Some of you are here to work with the animals and assist the animals, or you have animals and pets, and they're giving messages to you. So I love this, right? So I do offer pet and distance healing, but I often forget to share that, because I usually get moved into the flow, and the flow has been to assist more of you. But my kitty came to me. I didn't look for him. He came to me. He helps me so much. I help him. By the way, before the gateway, he went through 2 days of sleeping nonstop. And then the third day he sneezed for a couple of hours, and that's not usual. That was him transmuting the energy, and he's much better now. I made a crystal grid for him and gave him healing, and he was much better the next day. So I just want to let you all know that if you have pets that have been really sleeping a lot, not themselves, they too are transmuting a lot of the energy right now. Okay, right? But some of you either have animals, you're gifted to work with animals. And because we have to communicate with them, they can only communicate sometimes with their owner, but oftentimes most souls don't know how to communicate with their animals. Okay, but also pay attention to those animal signs, right? If you see different birds or an animal that comes your way, pay attention to that. All right, let's wrap this up with a dragon, a unicorn, and a crystal for us for this week. We have the blue dragon from the Pleiades. So the Pleiadians and the Sirius teams of light are working with us or letting us know that this is the blue dragon for the Pleiades, prepares you to accept source healing, accept a heart activation, give and receive heart healing now. So if we've been through a lot, most of us have been, that's what I was feeling. I'm feeling a lot of you right now. You're processing a lot, and your heart or your high heart is blocked, and it's trying to unblock itself. Okay. That's why we keep raising our frequency. All right, let's pull a unicorn, beautiful unicorns. See what unicorn wants to come in for us. Support. You're fully supported. You got the unicorn of support and healing. And it just says, ask for help, get more rest, and nurture yourself. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes the only way through a situation is to sleep, because we really can't hear our guides. We can't hear what's necessary until we have some rest. Okay. Crystal overall for us. Ooh, I'm gonna pull another one. Pipestone. This is about our ancestors. So a lot of you have been healing, clearing ancestral imprints. And you also have been feeling your ancestral energy around you, supporting you, cheering you on. All right. Past loved ones are part of your team right now. I have a huge team. And pull another one. Angel light. I love this. Angel light is a beautiful blue stone. Any kind of blue stone right now will really help and assist you for the throat and the crown chakra. But this one, angel light, is specifically helps you to feel closer to your angelic beings of light that are in and around you, holding space for you. All right, beautiful tribe. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I will be back soon. Love and aloha from Pink Bella. Take care.